Page 44, Major and Minor Triads. Okay, let's talk triads. Just sit back, relax, buckle up. This is going to be interesting, I suppose, or boring, whichever, I don't know. Getting a little deeper into the music theory thing. But again, if you want to improvise or compose or whatever, this comes in handy. A triad is simply a three-note chord, any three-note chord. The typical triads we're talking about are every other note in the scale. Like the primary chords of the scale. Let's go to C major here. C major uses all the white keys. Generally, we like to use C major as our example because it's easy to see the pattern. The white keys, and you can see the whole steps and half steps and everything, because when there's a black key involved, it's a whole step. And the triad is simply three notes, and we start here simply because that's the first step of the scale. So it's here, and it's every other note in the scale. So it's a triad. In this case, it's known as a C triad because the bottom note is C, and that identifies what it is when it's every other note. And it's in this arrangement. Because if I put C on top, now that doesn't identify it anymore because it's not every other note. I got two notes here. So if I put C on the bottom, it's there. So it's a C chord. Or in the key of C major, it's a one chord. Then we have the D here. They're all triads. Okay. Well, let's go to G major. Remember, G major has one sharp, an F sharp in it. So I start here with the G chord, or the one chord in the key of C. If I go up there, I gotta include the F sharp because it's in the key. Here. You stay within the notes within the key signature. F major has one flat, F to F with a flat. So we're going to use B flat. So we start here, then the next one is here, then here, and here. I'm staying within the key signature. Okay, those are triads. We've had intervals somewhat, I think. It's a third, and that's a third. Have we had intervals? I can't remember if we had major and minor. I know we've had intervals. Have we had major and minor? Because it's easier to understand this if you can understand the major and minor intervals. A triad is two thirds. You have a third here and a third here. What's stacked on each other? Okay. Well, in this first third, there's four half steps there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's called a major third. And then the other third, there's only three half steps there. 1, 2, 3. That's called a minor third. The minor is one less than major here. So it's a major third and a minor third stacked on each other. Makes it a major triad. Generally, when we speak of music chords, if it's major, we just leave out the word major, it's implied. So if I say it's a C chord, it's understood it's a C major chord. But if I want a C minor chord, I have to include the word minor. And the idea with minor is you simply flip it. Instead of a major triad and a minor, it's a minor triad and a major. I flip it. 1, 2, 3 here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a minor triad and a major triad. That's technically how it works. Easier way to look at it is you take the middle note of a major chord and you take it down a half step. And you've got it. It's a minor. C minor. C major. To figure them all out. All right, just go up. This one, 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a minor triad. So this is a D minor chord. This one, again, 1, 2, 3, minor, major, 2, 3, 4. That is a minor triad. It's an E minor chord. This one, that's major, minor, that's an F major chord. This one, again, that is a major and a minor, so that is a major chord. You can count the half steps, I'm just sorting it here. This one, that is a minor and a major, so that is an A minor chord. And this one is the weird one, because this is 1, 2, 3, and then a 1, 2, 3. And when you have two minor triads, that's called a diminished chord. We're not studying diminished yet, but it's there, and you're confused anyway, so what the hell. So there you are, you got it. Okay. They're written them all out for you, yuck. When I study chords and all, I prefer to just focus on the relationship of the keys on the piano, because that's what I'm thinking about, but you've got it there. The first one is C major. You got two chords of a C major, or two majors of a C major chord. Then the C minor, just lower the third. Major, minor, G major, same thing. They all work the same way. Major, minor, major, F, major, minor. This is funner yet. D, you haven't had D major yet, but D major has an F sharp in it. And it's major, or you could just use the major triad, minor triad and figure it out. Minor, A, same thing. If I do a major triad and a minor triad, that's an A major chord, that's what we want. See? Minor, and E, same thing. A major triad and a minor triad here. Because we haven't had these other key signatures yet. I don't want to confuse you too much, just a little bit. I can start on any note. Just take this note, because that's a fun one. And if I want to know what a major triad is on that, I just go up a major third and then a minor third. A major third is 4 half steps, 4. And then 3 half steps. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a major triad. And then from here I go up a minor. 1, 2, 3. It's a minor triad. So that is a major triad. It is either an F sharp major, because that could be an F sharp, or it is a G flat major, because that could also be a G flat. Isn't that fun? It could be either one. Depends on the music and what, are you in sharps or flats or what you're doing? Okay. If I want to make a minor, I just take the middle note down one. Now it's a minor triad, an F sharp minor or a G flat minor, either one. They all work the same way. But we'll talk more about it, and that's basically what they're doing here. At the bottom of page 45, all these ugly looking chords, we just take here, they say it's a D flat chord. Well, again, do the major minor triad and figure it out. So you're starting on a D flat or C sharp, because it could be a C sharp chord also. One, because you're here. So how far is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's a 4, so that's a 3. So it's a major. This is a major chord, D flat major. If I want a minor out of it, I take the middle note down one, I do an F flat. You see, you can't have an E here, because an E is not one of the notes in this chord. It's got to be a D, F, A. Those are the note names in the chord. So if you're going to alter them, you got to keep the same note names. You're just using flats or sharps. That's why we have E flat or F flats and C flats and B sharps and these things. It's the theory. We keep it straight for the theory. So we're keeping the note names, the notes in the music are the same. You're just altering it by the accidentals. So an F flat here to do that one. The next one is in here. What is this? Well, it's an A flat something or G sharp something. And if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a 4. So that's a major and a minor. So this is a major triad. It's an A flat major triad, or a G sharp minor, a major. Or whatever. If I want the minor, I do a C flat. Remember, I got to keep the same note names. So it's a C flat. And then the E flat, actually this one, and then the E flat major, E flat minor, and then F sharp major, that's the same as the G flat major, F sharp major, and then if you want F minor, you just make it an A natural. And then B flat, major, minor, lower that, and then B natural. And then minor, you just lower that one down, make it a D natural. that's how they work. Yeah. Let me know if you have questions. There's lots of videos and resources available to teach you the theory of stuff, and I've gotten into, but in my mind, if you can just remember the thirds, a major third and a minor third, and which is which and where they are, it makes figuring them out, if you want to know the kind of chord it is, a little easier. Of course, when you get into the seventh chords and the others, now we're getting in another territory. Don't go there yet. There's no point in, stick with this for now.